As a first-time home buyer, when you're asking about your closing costs, right, sometime you might be confused who's going to pay what type of tax. Transfer tax, your mortgage recording tax, or your mansion tax. So we're going to go through that, right? So first is your transfer tax. When it comes to transfer tax, it should be paid by the sellers, right? Unless it's negotiated, is in the contract that you as a buyer have to pay for this, but it should be paid by the seller. Okay, so let's just use this example for $750,000 property. The seller is going to pay 0.4% to New York State, right? This could be in Buffalo, Long Island, anywhere in New York State, you're going to pay 0.4%. But if the property is in New York City here in 5 boroughs, you're going to pay additional 0.4% there, and addition to that is going to be 1.425. So in New York City, you're going to end up paying 1.825%, which is nearly $14,000 there, $13,687. So again, this should be paid by the seller, okay? Next is your mortgage recording tax. Who's getting the mortgage? You are, right, as a buyer. So if the buyer is getting the mortgage, and you're going to pay mortgage recording tax to your local county, right? Your county clerk, and that is going to depend on which county you're buying it in, right? So let's just say you're buying it for $700,000, right? The loan amount is $700,000. And for that, the total mortgage recording tax is going to be $15,000 there. Out of that $15,000, the buyer pays $13,000, which is 1.925%, and the lender pays $1,750, which is 0.25%. So as a buyer, when it comes to mortgage recording tax, depending on the county here, you're going to be paying nearly 2% there, okay? If you have no mortgage, then you don't pay this. If you're buying all cash, you don't have to pay this. But majority of the files that we close, you have a loan mortgage, and you're going to end up paying your tax there, okay? And the last is your mansion tax. This applies only if your property value is over $1 million. The property condition does not matter, but the property value does. Let's say you're buying it for $1.2 million. For mansion tax is 1% right now for up to $1.5 million properties, okay? So for that, you're going to pay $12,000 additional property values over $1 million. Okay, so you have your mansion tax paid by the buyer, you have your mortgage recording tax paid by the buyer, and then you have your transfer tax that should be paid by the seller. So always review your terms with your attorney and your realtor before you sign the contract. If you need any assistance, please get in touch.